Hey everybody, it's Steph from the Hot Movement Podcast. We finally got NBA basketball back. I mean, I think the 10-day layoff, whatever it was just a little too long. I think a solid week, 7 days is good enough, even though I think that's a little long too. But we got action, right? And this game was a complete demolition from the Boston Celtics. I got to say, Kristaps Porzingis looked pretty good. 20 points, active, efficient from the floor. Played really good defense. And this game, to sum it up, well, also Kyrie wasn't good, right? Luka gave you his 30. You need Kyrie to give you somewhere between 25 and 30 as well. He has to have almost the same point production or on par as Luka Doncic, right? And that wasn't the case. So Kyrie Irving was missing a lot of layups and everything like that. But to sum this game up, this was an analytics game, honestly. And what I mean analytics game is that the Boston Celtics were known for, taking the most threes and making the most threes in the NBA. And tonight was the night where they were making a lot of the three-point shots, right? I mean, it was insane how many three-pointers they made. But this is the recipe for how they've won games, right? They're gonna take more threes and they're gonna bank on making more threes than their opposition. And tonight was the case, right? I mean, they got it down. The Mavericks were able to cut this lead down despite being down almost 30. They cut this down to 8 points. And then once again, three-point shot, a killer three here and there, a ticky-tack foul call, and that was it. And they were able to jump back up to a 22-point lead. So I have the Mavs winning the series in 6. I picked that. I'm gonna stand by that right now. I'm not looking good. Clearly, the Celtics tonight look like the better team. They look like the number 1 overall team in the NBA. But I do expect a much different game in game 2. Okay, so we're gonna see what Jason Kidd is gonna do adjustment wise. But I mean, I don't think he can do too much outside of hoping that the Boston Celtics don't make as many threes. Now we know the Celtics can get cold, and when the Celtics get cold from 3 and the game gets close, that is when all eyes we start to look at Jason Tatum, right? So by any means, I know some people are already looking at this game a sweep. This is a better strap game. I think game 2 will be a much different story. Okay, Porzingis, great to see him back. It's good to see both teams at full strength. And he was a huge difference maker early on in the game. He was a big factor in the first half as to why they got out to that big lead. Look, he took advantage of the mismatches. They kept putting Green, they kept putting Jones on him. You know what I'm saying? He was small. They were putting small defenders on Porzingis, and Porzingis is not going to attack the rim. He's just going to turn around and take a jump shot, and he was hitting a lot of mid-range shots as well. So Porzingis looks healthy. Will the Boston Celtics duplicate this three-point effort they did tonight? I don't know, right? I mean, again, they're going to play the analytics game. Are they going to repeat the recipe to do that? Oh, yeah, so Porzingis didn't start, so he came off the bench, but still, he got starters minutes basically, or he only played 21 minutes and 21 minutes, 21 points. So I mean, hella good game, right? As he's working his way and getting his health back into gear, right? So overall leading scorer was Jaylen Brown. This was a total team effort. Jason Tatum only 16 points. He didn't need to do much. He wasn't that efficient from the floor. But 11 rebounds, 5 assists. Okay, look, the talk is about Jason Tatum. Look, he just needs to. He can't be the reason why they lose this series, right? I know the spotlight's on him to win this championship, as it should be, because a lot of people were talking about why is he in the face of the league, or should he be a face of the league? Why didn't he get more votes for MVP? There's a lot of talk, so there's a lot of underlining stories in this particular series as we go forward. But yeah, man. So, hey, Boston took care of game 1, right? Look, if Boston goes on to win 2 games, I know we get used to seeing, teams split home. I mean, back in the day, a lot of times the home team would take care of business. The team is down 0-2. It doesn't mean the series is over, right? So, in this day of basketball, it's almost a 50-50 proposition, or more than likely that they split home games, right? I mean, when Dallas goes back, I don't expect Dallas to win all their home games as well. You know what I'm saying? So, first game, feeling each other out. They're going to figure out how to play Porzingis, and Kyrie Irving has to have a better game. And Dallas Mavericks, if the Celtics are going to make shots like this, 3-point shots like that consistently, then yeah, the series is probably going to be over in less than 6 games then, right? So I'm not banking on that. I'm sure the Mavs aren't banking on that. I'm sure there will be some tight games. And I mean, to the Mavs' credit, they were able to cut it down to 8, right? So y'all let me know your thoughts about this game. Is this series over already? Are you guys going to overreact and think the Boston Celtics are going to go ahead and run away with this? Or you think it was just a hot night from the Celtics from 3 and it was just purely analytic driven? They were making the shots and they took advantage of it, and Dallas couldn't make 3-point shots to match that firepower, right? So thanks for listening. Leave me your thoughts. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.